All right, we are live. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Awesome. Good to see you. Mickey Black here, Jenifer Jay on the line. This is Inside Network, where we give you the lowdown on what's happening with NetWurk.AI, yeah, the most awesome social media marketing AI tool and service. We're here every Tuesday just to chat and talk about some of the things going on behind the scenes, new feature updates, and new things happening. Jenifer Jay, how's it going?
It is going great. Glad to be here on this Tuesday. How are you doing?
Good, good. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So I know this is our first earnest episode of the 12 installments we've got for this year. Last week we kind of just did the introduction. Today we're talking about the genesis and the our origin story with Network AI. But we're also going to touch on one of our new projects. So we've got this new AM daily podcast series that we're going to be launching this late August. This August 28th, I think, is the maiden voyage. But between those two things, I figured we'd just chop it up for a minute. How you doing? What's new with you?
I am doing good. I am doing good. Um, just trying to get through some things. Also, uncovered some new AI. So I am being featured in Shout Out Atlanta, and I had to submit photos. And as I dug back into the photos that I had someone do a photo shoot, but when I looked at the photos, they were like dark. They were good photos, but they were dark. I put them in this image. I had to write the name down. Imogen.ai.com to enhance them with one click because of course I don't know what to enhance, how to enhance it, the settings, all of that. It enhanced the photos in one click. So I am living and loving AI right now.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I've heard of Image, and I haven't had a chance to use it, but I heard good things. That is real dope. It's always awesome when you have these use cases where AI makes a difference. You can't always go back and redo the photo shoot, or you can't always get the retoucher to, you know, fix it up. So it's really instances like that that prove the value of the different tools. I've not used Imagen, but I've used Runway ML, and I use that to develop a model of whether it be myself or a given client. You can have I think you have to submit probably like 20 or 30 reference photos, but you're able to create a model. And then what you can do is output scenario specific artwork of that model for whatever campaign you're doing. So if you've got some talent that you're using or a spokesperson, you can actually create multiple images. Let's say if you wanted to put that person in an urban environment to say, this is the cityscape, or you wanted to have them drinking a cup of coffee to, do a ad shoot for a coffee brand. You can
Mhm.
now do all of those things and output specific original artwork using Runway ML. So I've been using that for a while for those sorts of things.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, but lots of stuff out there.
It's so amazing.
It is. It is. It is. So today we're going to talk a little bit about our origin story with Network AI. So I mean, it's gone all so fast. I remember we just started Network, and actually initially was network.org, because we're looking at a more traditional model and approach. But just a couple months ago, we had the idea network.org, and then the explosion of ChatGPT came about, and we had been looking at ways to really get more efficiency out of the platform and what to really launch with. And what was it, just a month ago, rebranded to network.ai, integrated the AI tools into it, and then just updated the platform.
Mhm.
It's been a really incredible journey. What's your favorite part of it so far? What's probably been your biggest surprise so far?
Again, I'm not surprised. So nothing surprises me. I must say, what helps me get through my day better, um, just right now, hands down, has been the use of ChatGPT and getting more efficient with prompting and utilizing it to help me brainstorm and come up with the proper content and the proper strategies and structures. So that has helped me a lot, I must say.
Yeah, yeah, and, another tool that, has been a game changer for me, you ever heard of, the AI PRM?
Yes, yes.
That one has been a game changer just in terms of having those, prompt structures there, specifically for certain client brands where you've got a need that is repeated. So every month, this client, whether it be content calendar or email series or sales letters,
Mhm,
you can return to those prompts and automate the sequence to really generate authentic content, but
mhm,
really easy, really fast. And I think that's one of the things, specifically in this environment where you've got such a robust need for
mhm,
social content,
mhm.
um, that it makes it easier versus previously needing to spend days on end. I think these take like 3, 4 days to come up with a month's worth of content. Now it's maybe 3, 4 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes. 'Cause then you can just upload it into one of the AI softwares or Canva or any of that, and you have your content. So you have your content, you have your captions, your descriptions. I just always caution people to make sure it's in your voice. So even though I don't take directly from there, I'm always editing because the things that I like to put out are more actionable than the general overview that it kinda gives, and so I always edit it, but it's still minutes versus days and hours.
Mhm. Mhm. And that actually, I think that brings up a good point. And one of the points around our platform is to have that human in the loop, so to speak. So you're not just blindly following the AI content, but you're really taking that second step. And that's one of the key pieces of value that network AI offers. And it's not necessarily the technology, but it's the expertise of the humans that use the tools. And so that's why, like, other platforms will just give the tools to consumers or clients, but you can sometimes get lost in the technology. But we really like to um, have the expertise layered in, so you're not alone as a consumer trying to figure out these solutions. So I think that was a good point. That's making sure you've got the human in the loop to make sure you're not just out there saying whatever the robots tell you to say.
Exactly, because you don't even know if it's right.
Yeah. So getting into some of the speaking of robots, getting into some of the more current stuff we're doing. So I know we've been working on um the AI or AM network, which is a daily podcast. It's going to be starting on August 28th. And really, because things change in the area of AI, specifically of marketing, so fast, we thought like a daily podcast would be great. Of course, the level of effort on such a thing would be like crazy to have to like get on the mic every day. So we came up with this approach to um, an AI generated podcast, and we did a couple of tests this week. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts around the first test so far?
So, I was trying to find it so I could drop the link, um, but just absolutely amazing, and the realistic features of the model is what captures me, and it's not as robotic as a voice. I think most people think about the robotic voice. I've seen some that haven't been as evolved, where it's still the robotic voice, the movements are not as natural, but what you guys have created is amazing. So, if you guys want to see it, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat of under the video for the live. Definitely go check out the AM network trailer, which the full blown podcast will be starting August 28th. But it is amazing, and it's just on the cusp of what you can do using AI and using your uniqueness, because it's just not, I know that there are people who are talking about automated YouTube channels and all of those things, but this is a little different because it gives you the ability to be able to project your voice, project your thoughts, project your uniqueness and your messaging in a way that, like, us women have to worry about, oh my goodness, is my hair done? um Other women have to worry about, oh my goodness, I need makeup. So we don't necessarily have to do that. But I did pose a question to LinkedIn to say, this is a new take on being able to create content social media wise. And for big businesses, it's spot on. But what about the entrepreneur, the solopreneur who really doesn't want to be the face of their brand? I hear that a lot. And they don't want to create videos. I'm wondering what the statistics will show on how many people would trust a business behind that, as opposed to going with someone who, like me, a pop up there looking any kind of way and do videos because it's me. It's about the message and not about what I look like. But I really wonder that.
Yeah, and I think, well, there's a couple of things. So one of the things that I wonder is, as it gets better and better, will you even be able to know? Because there's a lot of brands in Asia where they've been focusing on creating AI influencers for quite some time. And either two things will happen. I think when you pointed out the ability to have something in your own voice and your own brand perspective, I think these sorts of tools will give, whether it be large brands or solopreneurs, the ability to create avatars that align with their brand. So, say for instance, our podcast is specifically uses an avatar that's African American female, just to support diversity in STEM and technology. And I think there's going to be that sort of opportunity to create avatars that really identify with certain demographics. But then also, as you see, well, two other things as they become more prevalent in the marketplace, I don't know that people will necessarily even care anymore. Like they'll just identify with their character and identify with the brand representative that they like. And then, just kind of support it like how you support, you know, a lot of other, whether it be fictional characters or cartoons or entertainers. They be almost become like influencer entertainers. But I really do think there's going to be a point where people aren't even going to be able to tell the difference anymore. They'll just like see a person and it'll be so fluid, you won't know. And then there won't necessarily be any way to tell the difference.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
that I think that was going to be huge and a game changer. And another thing, that I tell my daughter all the time, I said, none of this stuff amazes me because if you pay attention, we knew it was coming, right? And so, one of the shows I watch, NCIS Los Angeles, they had a series where someone was creating deep fake videos of the the team, right? And the videos was so spot on and so detailed and natural that you couldn't tell that it wasn't that person unless you pay really, really, really close attention to any glitches or anything in the video. But those things are coming, and we're here, right? We're here. It's just being introduced to us now. more openly than before. So
Yeah.
everything that we're embarking on is just great that we have access to it, because previously you had to have a certain skill set to be able to pull that off. So it was a lot of coding involved in it, and now it's just these no code AI options that makes it so beneficial for businesses to take advantage of it.
Yeah, yeah, and I think you hit the nail right on the head when you talked about, um, previously, whether it be needing to know how to code or have a really powerful machine or have lots of money for a subscription that costs multiple thousands of dollars. But now everything is really accessible. It kind of democratizes the technology and gives a little guy the strength of a big guy now.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
So what now, I know we kind of talk about this every week, but what are you most looking forward to that you haven't seen yet coming down the road?
Yeah, I'm still gonna stand true with being able to
Right.
create. So really, really funny. And if anyone out there is listening, if you know, I caught a glimpse of a software that can take what you draw, right? Because I'm always drawing out my automations and my strategies, and I saw it where it can take that drawing and just turn it into a flow chart. Now that for me will be game changing. And then take that and then turn it into automation inside of your intended software. That's going to be game changing, because right now, even with the website builders, it'll generate HTML code that you now have to put inside of your software. But if we're able to say, hey, robot AI, go into Entreport, go into Keep, go into HubSpot, go into High Level, and create that same automation, that is what I'm waiting on.
That's killer. That is killer. Yeah, like you said, I've seen where the AI can take an image and make it a web page, but being able to action on it and sort of like inject it into other platforms, that's the next level. Looking at like one of the tools, and I've started playing with ChatGPT and Zapier integrations.
Mm,
I almost I suspect that there's going to be a big future there, just as you have the capability of ChatGPT integrated into the other software and that sort of like automated reach. And I think that kind of is like, it's almost like the peak use case where you've got automation and AI paired together. Um, but I think it's probably going to be soon. It'll be probably surprising before we see it. Yeah.
yeah. Well, High Level has ChatGPT already integrated within the entire platform, where you can generate content, you can generate images right inside like the funnel builders, the website builders. You can create those same things inside of the workflows as well. One other thing that it has now is conversational AI, which is embedded right into the high level platform. And so now it's able to create these conversations based on what you see to the, again, chat GPT, to book appointments, and it will go back and forth and have a conversation and with the person based on their responses, and redirect them back to booking an appointment. Right now it's just booking an appointment, but they're evolving so fast, and I think the other CRM platforms are going to have to catch up with them to be able to stay relevant. They're always to be relevant, but that inclusion of AI just makes it even more shinier.
Yeah, so just to dig into that a little bit more. So
Mhm,
when it's chatting to book
mhm.
an appointment, can it actually go and book an appointment from the chat?
So you'll give it your link.
Okay.
So you set it up, right? Because high level is all inclusive. So everything you need is inside of there. So it DMs, it does text messaging, it does Facebook messaging, it does Google My Business messaging. And so if you want, you always have it listening for responses on those channels in the workflow. That's just a native feature of the high level platform, period. But then you add chat GPT in there. So you listen for the replies and then you add chat GPT in there. You tell it what the link is for them to book.
Gotcha. And
Right.
then it serves up the link and then they book using the link.
Yes, and then your
Gotcha.
other workflows kick in on off of the booking link. So that would be another evolution if it could go in and say, "Hey, this date is available. How about this date?"
Yeah.
And "Hey, give me your information and I'll add it to the calendar." And then the other automations kick off. So yeah, that now that there's another one. Oh, we uncovered another one on my list.
So on high level, is it just like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or how many platforms does high level cover?
So for the communication, the two-way communication,
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
just Facebook, Google My Business, text messages, Instagram, email. Is that it? Facebook? Yeah. That's
Okay.
for two-way communication. Now, as far as social planning, social posting, it
Mhm.
does all of those and it does Instagram Reels. It does Instagram Stories. It does LinkedIn, which I still don't know if any other platforms are allowing you to do that on LinkedIn. So for me, it's game changing for me to be able to post on LinkedIn. Um, and yeah, I think that's it for now. They're
Oh, that's
so
pretty robust though, yeah.
yeah, it's very robust and it scares a lot of people away. But if you really think about it, it's all of these platforms combined in one.
Yeah.
And they get scared, but it's like, what did you expect to see? It's no different if you jumped in and out of your different platforms. Everything is just right here.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, it's a robust platform and it has so much flexibility for you to be able to do so much. That's why so many people that created products for high level and help people with the different things for a high level. So there's my why I like high level speech.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm seeing we're almost at time at the 1 o'clock hour, so we'll get ready to wrap up. But anything else we wanted to touch on in terms of the feature sets and road we've got ahead of us this week?
No, definitely check out the link below our video on all platforms so you can check out the first installation of the AM network to see where network AI is going.
Yeah, yeah. It's really a game changer. Just
Mhm.
the ability to really get an authentic voice, and like you said, it's not robotic, it's really genuine, and just be able to really create content without barriers, without challenges, is really a game changer. But yeah, again, we'll be here next week, Tuesday, 12:30 every week, checking you out inside network. Be cool. Awesome. Thanks everyone. Cheers.